Welcome to Realm for fun and enlightening multi-dimensional interviews.
Hello, Diana.
Hello, Carrie.
How are you doing today?
I'm doing good. How are you?
Oh, I'm doing pretty good. Thanks for asking. Thought you never would. Oh, my goodness. So on the way over here today, an earthly sense of time started following you. Is that true?
Well, no. Okay. I know we had this conversation previously where we were talking about time as part of the Earth series, but I think if you say earthly sense of time, it's like, okay, what most people consider time.
As linear?
As linear.
Oh, right. No.
So anyway, I started feeling it this morning, and it's kind of like this entity or spirit or energy that's kind of like underneath my feet, but it's also underground somehow. It's not directly underneath my feet, right? So it's like following me around. And then when I walked to your house, basically it was underneath the sidewalk and kind of like following me. And then
You said it wasn't leading you, it was following you.
No, it was underneath.
Okay.
We're both walking it's not behind me like a shadow. It's not in front of me.
So it wasn't really following you, it's
Underneath, right?
Okay.
So at some point I did ask them, this energy, if it wanted to be on the podcast. And they said yes. So I figured, okay, well, and it seemed like it was time.
Okay.
It was time for them to be on the podcast, and they were actually time.
Okay.
So they're saying, yes, it's time.
All right.
This is also kind of like,
Here we are.
It's an agile kind of energy, but it's also kind of massive too. It's big.
Like the Earth?
No, not that big. I kind of like mean powerful.
Oh, okay.
Not necessarily size-wise, just the power of this, yet still agile. And it's here. Now, you said there's an apartment in your basement. It was not in the apartment. It's underneath the apartment.
Right, but
They are underneath the apartment.
right in the Earth.
Right. Yes. And so they're waiting to be interviewed.
Okay. And I wish I had a whole list of really interesting questions. I guess if this is not to be considered linear time, then this is I mean, it doesn't want me to call it an earthly time, but how would it describe its sense of time?
The sense of time is like, there's no sense of time.
Okay, so if it looked in the mirror, what would it see?
It would see everything all at once.
Everything all at once. And why is it part of the Earth?
Because if you examine, so like the layers of the Earth or Earth consciousness further, you can talk about areas of the Earth and eras of the Earth. But if you go further, deeper, basically it's all happening at the same time. You can't think of it as going from left to right or right to left or whatever.
It loses all its linear definition.
Right, exactly.
The further into the Earth that it goes.
Yeah. And for some reason, they have decided to come up from the core.
And talk to us today.
Yeah.
Or are they just here helping with something bigger and they made themselves present to you?
Okay, it could be that they came up because I was thinking about time myself. And I actually went back in time to when I was 5-6 years old and kind of like remade a memory. So I guess they were showing me that, okay, this is possible. You could do that with anything.
You can go back and rewrite history.
But not the way we think of as rewriting history. And
You rewrite history to change the present.
no, but that's not. Yes and no, right? Because if you think, okay, rewriting history, okay, some people won't be bored. Therefore means that some people won't die. And then this won't happen, and that won't happen, and this, that, and the other. But you're still like that. Oh, but not exactly. Because this is what I feel, okay?
No, we're asking the Earth what you feel.
Oh, yeah, no. This is, and I'm saying this is what Earth times always say. I mean, it's not Earth time. It's timeless.
So we're talking
That time. We're talking to timeless.
Oh my goodness, take all this time to figure out we're talking to timeless.
Right, exactly.
So the timeless was following you over here this morning.
Yes, timeless was, well, not following. It was
Right.
timeless here underneath my feet, not behind and not in front.
Right. And so now we're hearing from timeless as as part of the earth energies, right? They're saying we can rewrite.
No, I don't. Okay. I mentioned rewriting history in terms of this is why I think time appeared, is because I was doing something to go back in my timeline to when I was 5 years old.
But that,
And then the timeless appeared, and it's like they're saying, oh, anybody can do this on an individual scale or even a grander scale. But it's not rewriting history, because if you talk to anybody about rewriting history, they're going to think of, oh, the future's going to change, you know?
well, in reality, the future does change if you rewrite some histories, right? So if you go back and you had a
Okay, Timeless is saying something. Timeless is saying that everything that happens is supposed to happen when it's supposed to happen and exactly how it's supposed to happen. Timeless is also saying you could change events or situations or emotions or things on a timeline, okay? So you may think that Timeless is being contradictory. The Timeless is saying, no, they're not being contradictory. They're not, because timeless is not linear. There's no backwards and there's no forwards. It's just the present.
Right.
Which is everything.
An example of that, though, might be a situation where you have a memory, let's say, right? And you rewrite that story. You go back and you rewrite that memory. Then your past might not have changed, but your present changes.
But this is the thing. What is your past? So this is Timeless talking. They're asking, what is your past?
Well, can you have two pasts?
You know, what is it exactly?
What is my past, or what is
anybody's past? Any individual, any countries, any...
Yeah, but a lot of that is memories, right? In the form of written histories or whatever. It's memories stored.
Not a lot of it. It's all of it.
So it's just memories we're talking about. So you can change your memories, but you also sometimes have very different memories from other people who were at the same events.
Exactly. Yes.
So you could change your memories to their memories.
Or you could not. It doesn't really matter.
Well, the only reason people try to change memories is because they think it'll matter, right?
No, okay. Timeless is saying, do not connect timeless to any kind of physical reality. They're saying don't.
No, I'm doing it to memories, though. But memories aren't really physical realities.
Yeah, that's right.
They're just in your, imagination.
They're in your head. They're DNA. They're in the Akashic records.
Well, they can become physical if you write them down on a piece of paper, I suppose, or if you feel like you're carrying them in your muscles and your bones, and you're walking sideways because you always got hit on that side or something like that.
Right.
But if you change your memory and said, "Oh, now I always got hit on the other side," do you immediately start walking towards the other side?
Is that a question? Do you?
Sure. Ask Timeless stuff.
They're saying, well, I mean, if you really believe it, then it will change.
But he's saying it doesn't matter if you change it or not, which is counter to everybody who's suffering, right? Because everybody who's suffering tends to want to change suffering.
But Timeless is also saying that whatever has actually happened happens at the exact time that it's supposed to happen, and it happens exactly as it's supposed to unfold.
Right, we've heard that before now.
Yeah.
And but what happened, our record of it is memories, and the memories can all be different for each person, and some of them can be painful. So what would we say about a painful memory? Could we go back and change it, even though it's supposed to be that way?
Yes.
So we go back and change it, even though it was supposed to be painful. We can go back and change it to an unpainful memory.
Right. Yes, that's what they're saying.
Okay.
But it's not like you're going back.
But if we went back to change it.
But you're not going back. Stop thinking of going backwards and forward.
So that's fine. So let's just say we go into the memory bank, right? That's just very much present. And we change that memory.
Yes.
And we call it a memory, but it's not really memory. It's a current understanding, right?
Okay, whatever. It's just semantics.
Yeah, but memory sounds like you're going back. So remembering the past. So if I say it's a current understanding of something which was thought to be painful, you could change that to a current understanding of something that maybe wasn't painful.
Right.
And that would possibly release a lot of unnecessary, maybe, or necessary or whatever, suffering that you're going through.
Yes. Yes. Exactly.
So the point of this conversation is to just realize that when you have a memory, it's actually present, not past.
Yes. Yeah, exactly.
That's where we're headed with this conversation.
Yes, timeless is saying there is no past, there is no future.
It's just the
present, and everything is in the present.
So every memory is a current understanding.
Right.
And within those current understandings, if we want to rewrite them, we can.
Yes. Exactly. You got it.
All right.
Now, they're saying that, of course, on an individual scale, it's much easier to do. On a larger than individual scale, it's actually
more complex. Yeah.
But not impossible.
Right. Because you got to get more memories to or current understandings to buy into it.
Right. But don't say buy into it. Just like they're saying it's not brainwashing.
Well, buying into it doesn't mean brainwashing. Brainwashing is brainwashing. Buying means you opt in. You choose. I usually made it by a choice.
Right.
You choose to change your mind about something.
Right. You choose to do that.
Right. And then you get a collective current understanding.
Right.
And that could be very powerful if we want to change things.
Oh, definitely. That's why timeless is actually so powerful.
Right.
Because the more people that tap into timeless energy, more power they can exert over things. And the more powerful timeless becomes too.
Now,
timeless may take over.
Now, why would we want timeless to take over?
Well,
because that give us a lot more access to instant manifestation if timeless is involved.
Well, okay. Timeless is saying there's lots of pros and cons.
To have like nobody taking over.
Nobody taking over what?
I don't know, but timeless wanted to take over. I'm like, do we even have to have that discussion?
Timeless doesn't want to take over.
All right, so let's drop the idea of timeless taking over.
But could be individuals that would want to take over timeless.
So we're talking about, in part, like the whole idea of being present. In the present moment, combined with being able to, what do they call that? Cognitive therapy or something like that, where you actually, tell your brain what to think. You tell your memories what to think. You actually have control over the time, or control over the memory, the thought, the understanding in your head of what's happened or happens or, what the story is.
Yeah. So timeless is saying that Timeless is saying that this is one of the lesser known qualities that it has that helps people in that the more they actually are able to control their thoughts and feelings by, if I say manipulating, it's not quite right, but well, it is manipulation, and it is done with timeless energy. The more they are able to actually influence themselves for the better. Yeah, so in terms of sort of like manifestation, right? Just because they're able to utilize their abilities more.
Right, because it'd be free of the history that might have been making them in their mind to drag them down.
Yes,
right. People don't see me, or people don't ignore me, or I'm not good enough. All that stuff can be dumped into timeless.
Oh, no, it's not dumped into timeless.
Oh,
timeless is not a garbage can.
No, I don't want to think of it as a garbage can, but can you just give it to timeless, or do you actually have to sit?
No, you cannot give it to timeless.
Okay. Wouldn't that be nice?
No, be easy. No, it says no. It's not nice. It doesn't want to be thought of in that way. It wants to be thought of as an energy, powerful energy that's useful and that's able to influence human life.
Right, but you have to, right, I understand that. I'm not, so timeless understands if someone was stuck and they handed their stuck thoughts over to timeless, could timeless just go poof and help them rewrite it? And then they would be free of those thoughts that were dragging them down.
Well, okay. But timeless is saying it's not doing all the work.
It's not. Well, as far as I can see, it's not really doing any of the work. It's just providing a forum for you to do your own work.
No, but it's also providing the energy for them.
Right. The timeless energy.
Right. Yeah. Okay.
Which would be called...
But timelessness does not want to be handed stuff to
Right.
fix.
Okay. My bad. But I thought it would be kind of nice. You could just say...
Well, I'm sure lots of people would think it's kind of nice. Yeah. But it's timeless is saying that's not how it works.
That's not how it works. Okay. So we still have to
That's not how
we still have to do some of our own work. And timeless, we call in the timeless energy, right? Call in timeless energy, and we conjure up a memory that doesn't serve us anymore, or a thought that doesn't serve us anymore, right?
Yes.
And we replace it with one that does, right?
Exactly.
And then the timelessness of that whole, calling up this energy into this timelessness and replacing one thought with another will...
It makes it solidifies it. So that's usually becomes the memory or the whatever word you use there.
And calling in timeless to do this will help, because a lot of people have been trying to do stuff like this for years in different ways, with positive thinking.
Right.
The Buddhist, mantras are all about working in that direction. And, the whole movement of being present, but we're not actually calling up the energy of timeless to do this.
No, it's more repetition, right? And so timeless is saying, no, yeah, repetition will work. Repeat something 10,000 times and finally your brain will get it. Like this.
I know. I think in the advertising world, they said repeat it 17 times and people get it. But
yeah, but timeless is saying that timeless energy, right? You do it basically once, maybe twice. And boom.
Okay, boom. And you've done it. So we actually call in timeless. And this is the timeless of the earth, right? That's here to help us earthlings, us humans.
Okay. Yes, exactly. And I think I mentioned at the beginning, it's of the earth because somehow the closer you get to the core, the more timeless the time is, right? And the further up you go towards the layers,
You get all the way to the core where we exist.
Then the timeless aspect of timelessness is kind of like dissipates.
So does it help to envision?
Helps to envision the core
of the earth.
Yeah.
Okay. And is that like a big crystal, or is that a molten lava type envisioning?
It was kind of like a molten lava kind of envisioning.
All right. So very, very hot molten lava.
Well, I don't know. Okay.
Not necessarily hot.
It doesn't, like if you say it's like burning hot, that's kind of like makes people afraid.
I don't know. We're afraid. The core's a long ways away. I'm envisioning, so there's lots of ways to envision going down into the earth. Sometimes you envision putting your feet down to earth and growing roots out of the core of the earth. But we're talking about something slightly different here, because timeless is here talking to us. Right. I'm just saying, when people are envisioning, they like sometimes to have a vision to go to, knowing that the core of the earth is molten lava.
Molten lava, but it's not burning hot.
It's not. Okay.
No, it's more like one of these chocolate lava cakes that you cut into. And even though you've taken it out of the oven and you're cutting into it when it's hot, right? It's like the molten center just comes out. You can eat it right away. It's not burning hot, right? So this is what the center of the earth is, where timeless is. It's the texture of this is like incredibly smooth.
I'm going to have to look up a lot.
And it's iridescent, right? So,
okay.
All the colors are in there.
All right.
And it's just, if you're on the ocean, right? And there's always waves. There are waves in there, but they're not like ocean waves. It's just like this gentle up and down, silky, molten, thick liquid, which is iridescent in color, and it's just beautiful.
Okay, so thank you for that vision, because we needed a vision to go into this timeless with.
Yeah, so that's what timeless is. That's where timeless resides.
All right, the pure timeless of one.
Pure timeless.
Right.
Exactly. Awesome. I don't know if everybody else is like this, but I'm thinking that perhaps they are, right? I had a vision of my chakras having exactly that same kind of core, except
lacking the iridescent part of it, meaning that the colors that they're supposed to be are those colors, right? But the texture of the molten core is exactly the same as the center of the earth.
In which it was all your chakras for that?
Yeah,
Except they were all in different colors.
all the different colors, exactly.
Interesting.
Is it?
So does that time, is that you getting more close to accessing timeless? Ask timeless that. Sorry, I had to call them time.
As timeless, I don't know, but I have noticed, and again, this is not timeless talking, this is me talking, that sometimes I feel like all my lives, like I feel like little gaps in the current life allow me to actually, like for a microsecond, go back to past lives, and they're happening at the same time.
I want to ask Timeless a question about some of the art that I do.
Porque Timeless is actually saying they actually like the rhythmic flow of the artwork that's on your walls.
Oh, thank you. So this symbol here comes up a lot for me. See this?
Yeah, okay, Timeless sees that.
Right.
Like spiral.
It's a spiral with all the colors.
Oh, that's iridescent.
Yeah, and it's iridescent. And there's several of them in here. Well, that's the only one that popped up at the moment, but there's several of them in here and in other books. And it swirls up from the core of the earth and back down and up and back down.
But it's always vertical. It's not linear.
Yeah, not a book.
Okay, so Timeless is saying now if the Earth's molten core was stretched up vertically, that's what it would be.
Interesting. Because that's my latest visions that I get all the time, is this coming up from the earth and stretching all the way up to...
So Timeless is talking to you. It's like...
Well, I don't talk in like these descriptive words like you do. I talk in feelings and things. It's interesting, isn't it?
It is, isn't it? Yeah. Timeless is saying thank you.
No, thank you.
Yeah, I mean, they're kind of like honored that you've taken to representing them.
Yeah, very interesting. Yeah, I'd like to animate them next. Wouldn't that be fun? Get ready. I have a bunch more sketches, but I think I've sent them out already.
And okay, Timeless is asking, what do you mean animate? Timeless is already animated.
It is animated, but we can make videos here. And if it's actually turned into a video,
Oh, I see. You know, that's
then these would all be moving.
right.
That's what I mean by animated. Yes, it looks animated there too, doesn't it?
Yeah, well, Timeless was thinking, hey, I'm already animated. It's like, alive. So what does she want to do?
So does Timeless have any other bits and advice for us or descriptions of themselves?
Descriptions of timelessness. Well, timelessness can also be an absence.
Wait, is it timeless or timelessness?
Oh, whatever.
Okay.
Timeless is the name.
Okay.
And I guess timelessness is how they describe themselves.
Okay.
Oh, shoot, I forgot what I was going to say.
Just go back and...
Oh, yeah. There's also an absence.
An absence of timeless.
Yes.
And what is that?
And there's Timeless is saying that this is actually another necessary component.
I think we have like an extraterrestrial in the room with us. It's making those noises, so please ignore them.
Timeless is saying that this is another very essential component, a feature that is necessary for humans or for physical life on Earth, right?
Multidimensional life on Earth.
Not multidimensional.
Oh, for
two-dimensional. They don't need this.
Okay.
But the absence of timeless, meaning no memory, no shared or current experience. They're saying that's really important.
So we've gone off on a totally different tangent here, and I'm not quite following it yet. So let's see if we can bring this down to earth.
Okay.
So the absence of timelessness or timeless
is necessary.
Sounds like it's going to be time
for the survival of humanity and animals.
So to me, when you say the absence of timeless, it almost sounds like you're saying time is necessary, linear time.
No.
So no absence. So we have time.
Okay. So we have timeless. If you think of timeless as being basically kind of like the what word did you use instead of memories?
We could use thoughts or knowings or current understanding.
Okay. So if you think of timeless as being the energy and current understanding is kind of like the manifestation of that, or not manifestation, that's a bad word, but it's kind of like how timeless is represented in humans and animals. Okay. Then what, and timeless is now saying that absence of that is also very necessary, because if, say, humans and animals were actually to access all their current
Timeless capacities?
No.
Current
understandings, meaning everything that has happened to them over the who knows how many years, hundreds of thousands of years.
Oh, you're talking about previous lives and.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay.
I mean, basically, we'd all be loony bins.
We can't even handle remembering every little detail of our own lives.
Exactly. So this is why timeless is saying that absence is a necessary component.
All right.
For just about everybody.
Right. Okay. So that kind of makes sense. Some people call that forgetting. Like we forget all that stuff when we're born. And that's very important to our survival here.
Right. And also if timeless is explaining, if some humans don't yet have the capacity to actually interact with timeless's energy and change things for themselves, things usually happen automatically for them in terms of past bad experiences just kind of fade away. A lot of them do, right? Which is a coping mechanism, right? Right. That's set up, and as another one of timeless's features.
Right. So you can just let things fade away.
Yeah. So timeless is actually, they're pretty complex.
Yeah. So what about periods of time where you feel like you don't, they're total memory lapses? I have a few of those in my life. No recollection of.
And you're asking timeless, well, what actually happened during those times?
I'm asking what happened to that time, since I can't remember any of it.
Well, that could be the same question as like, oh, I can't remember, my past life where I was reincarnated as that,
So it was a way to survive.
Yes, they're saying yes, but if you remember, it's not like you're not going to survive either.
So so all those current understandings that I should have had or could have had because I was human, having the experiences one after the other are just gone.
No, they're not gone.
Oh, I could tap into them if I wanted to.
You could, yes.
Okay. I don't remember them without going to a special. Now, is there anything else that we should know? We learned about timelessness. The core of the earth is luminescent, iridescent colors in waveforms. We've learned about absence of time being important, absence of our understandings of current understanding. Right.
So I guess, okay, what timeless is saying, though, that somehow, like this molten iridescent quality of the core, and which is also in timeless. Timeless, when it's following, not following. When I felt it sort of like moving underneath me, there's no jerky motions. Right. It's just very smooth and undulating. Okay. Where it can go back and forth, just as like I was going back and forth lying, right? But that doesn't mean time itself is going back and forth. This is just timeless as an energy moving around.
It sounds like it's, I don't know why I was following you, but it sounds like it's right there underneath us at all times on the earth while we're here on the earth, right?
Yeah, it's in the core.
Right. So, the core is the pure version of it.
Yes.
And it somehow undulated up through the core to speak to you today or speak to us today.
Yes.
Okay.
That's right. They wanted to.
All right. Are we complete for today?
I guess we are.
All right. Awesome. Well, thank you, Timeless.
Timeless is signing off.
Well, thank you, Diana.
Thank you. Thank you, Karin. Thank you, Timeless.
And thank you to everybody else who showed up to keep our podcast moving right along.
Yes, thank you.
Until next time.
Bye.
Learn more about us at realmtorealm.com, and thank you for listening, sharing, and subscribing.